fighting until I see you again. Remember you had daddy that love. If I don't speak, they turn the cheek. Could be my son with his sons too. Children need their mother, but they need their father's love too. Discredit or roles, this and that without a merit. It's unfair to be generalized for the gender we inherit. That's what it's like to be your father in this country, man. Dealing with bureaucracy, only your father understands. When will we see 50-50 shared parenting? I'll probably never see the day fight till my kids bury me. But alienation is a real thing. Kids dealing with real pain that leaves scars that don't heal. Damn, paternity fraud and the mom got my daughter took from me. Set up by laws without a chance, they make me look bummy. While the mom's got CPS to take my daughter. They say I wasn't involved to be your father, still in court sweating. All along a year past, my daughter's still in the system. No one will listen, common sense saying it's common wisdom. As one will wish it, it's up to God to save her from that prison. If he's meant to be, his will is stronger than my vision. Somehow they think that pro-father is anti-feminism. Now think about it from my little girl's perspective. The weight of the world is crashing down. The system's rigged against me, but I can't back down. I wanna give up, I wanna give in, but I see those tears roll off your chin. So I keep on fighting, I'ma keep on fighting until I see you again. I'ma see you again. Yeah. You're too young to understand, you're barely turning two, but going through a lot. Wish we could trade spots, I take responsibility for. Got me fighting for justice like Trinity War. Treated like a criminal, I guess that's what humility's for. Sitting at night, reflecting decisions like I wish I were born. Feeling inside so torn, trying not to end up in the morgue. If I don't stand, then who's that man that my kids look up to? Fight the good fight, middle finger to the system. Nothing but you, not your mama, not the drama, not that lawyer who claims to represent you. Can keep us separated, I'm frustrated, but I gotta keep composure still. Miss you every day, wish you were with me, cause you know it's real. The weight of the world is crashing down, it's crashing down. The system's rigged against me, but I can't back down, I wanna give up, I wanna give in, but I see those tears roll off your chin. So I keep on fighting until I see you again. Remember you had daddy that loved you. I keep on fighting, keep on fighting. I'll keep on fighting, keep on fighting. Let me take this moment to acknowledge a problem in this country that very few are addressing or acknowledging. To the fathers out there fighting just to see your kids against the system designed to profit off of us, I say don't give up, keep fighting, and like they say, we'll get our day in court one day.
All right, that's Keep Fighting by Aries Cobain from Redcon One Music Group. What you think, brother?
Man, I really liked it. I just posted on the live chat. I was like, man, this is dope. I like the good flow, good beat, good melody. I like it.
Hell yeah. Wait. wait till y'all get a hold of his new album, man. He's really got some badass stuff. Of course, Soldier Hard, J. Dew, Stephen Hobbs, Panda, all of them's in there with him, so y'all get to hear a little bit of everybody. And that's going to be the second act of Operation I Got Your 6-2. We're going to have Aries up there with this band flowing and getting the crowd pumped up and all that good shit, man. It's freaking amazing, man. I can't fucking wait, dude. I can't wait. But,
man, speaking of can't wait, man, you know what's happening next weekend, don't you?
What's happening next weekend? I'm gonna be in Myrtle Beach with Madison Rising. So,
right. I remember we spoke on it. Man, the biggest, most epic movie of all time is gonna be coming out next weekend.
Oh, The Avengers.
The Avengers.
That's right.
Yes,
that's right,
my inner childhood nerd comes out when these movies come out. Like the kids these days have no idea how long we've been waiting to see this on the big screen. If you followed comics and the cartoons and stuff back in the day, I mean, dude, this is going to be the most epic. This has been building up for 10 years, right?
Fuck yeah.
10 years they've been building this movie up.
Yeah.
It's easily going to be the most highest gross movie of all time.
Oh,
easily.
Sure.
It's going to beat Avatar, Titanic, all the rest of the Marvel movies. This is going to be the #1 movie all time.
That's what's up. Yeah, I can't wait. You know, you mentioned something to me yesterday that we want to do on the show this morning is the Spartan Pledge. So tell us your thoughts on that there, brother.
Say again?
The Spartan Pledge we was talking about yesterday.
You had to refresh my memory, brother. I don't know what the Spartan Pledge is.
Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, well, that might have been Kevin.
You must have been talking to a different person.
Yeah, I was talking to Kevin. My bad. So everybody around the country, you know, military, non-military, whatnot, has been talking about, doing the Spartan Pledge, and it's a great pledge. So I'm going to go ahead and speak the words for all our brothers and sisters out here. The Spartan Pledge is committed among the veterans to not to take their own lives, but rather stand for their fellow soldiers in time of despair. It was created almost accidentally by an Iraqi veteran, Boone Cutler, which is a badass dude, when he spoke to another veteran, his friend Nacho, about the mutual suicide. So we have that, and here's the actual pledge. I will not take my own life by my own hand until I talk to my battle buddy first. The mission is to find a mission to help my warfighter family. So we all know about the number 22. You know, that's, of course, it's way above that right now. And this is something that we're going to talk about at Operation I Got Your 6 too. I have a little speech set up for this, but that is a pledge to our brothers and sisters that I take wholeheartedly, that I will never take my own life by my own hand. And, we actually invited Boone Cutler out to the show, so hopefully he makes it out so that way we can have him up there to do the pledge with us. But, that is something I wholeheartedly live by, because October of 2016, I actually tried. I was at the lowest of my all-time lows, and by the grace of God, whenever I pulled the trigger, nothing happened. I'm not happy that I done it. It's a little bit embarrassing to tell people that I did try at one point in time, but like I said, by the grace of God and my service dog, rest in peace, Lena, I love you to death, that I saved they saved my life. And this is one of the reasons why I do some of the things that I do, like the radio show and other things. Branded Warriors Inc., Operation I Got Your 6, is to live for my brothers and sisters and make sure that they don't ever fall in that hole. And if they need a helping hand, all they got to do is fucking reach out.
Yeah. First off, I'd like to say thanks for sharing, because I know that's a sensitive subject, and I know we haven't known each other too long, so I'm kind of learning as we go. And, I can wholeheartedly agree and have empathy for that, because I had the similar situation that happened to me in early 2016, and I wrapped my car around a light pole. And, so when you speak about the Spartan Pledge and the 22 a day and all that stuff, I told you yesterday about Camp Hope, the PTSD Foundation. If it wasn't for that place, when I wrapped my car around the light pole, I was hoping to die. And my airbag didn't even deploy. And, I don't know how the fuck I made it, but I ended up in a jail cell. By the grace of God, I ended up getting bonded out. And I had lost everything, so I had nothing else to do but go to Camp Hope. And as a result, I ended up going over there and learning a little bit about myself, learning a lot more about PTSD, and then I started working there. And it's funny that you bring this up, and it's a good topic to talk about, because this is the one thing that I know for a fact that happens with veterans and why they feel the way that they feel.
Right.
We don't have anybody that has our back. And when I say that, I say this. You get a purpose your whole entire life. When you're a kid, your parents give you purpose. Your teachers give you purpose. Your coaches give you purpose. Your boss, when you have these little bullshit ass jobs. You go to the military gives you huge purpose. You know what I'm saying? And then you have something to look forward to, people that got your back, you know, this brotherhood, this camaraderie. Now, when you're in your, you know, mid to late 20s, 30s, whenever you decide to get out, now you're a civilian and on your own for the first time, and you get lost and you don't have a purpose and you don't have somebody, a battle buddy there assigned to you anymore in the trenches.
Right.
You know, and for the first time, you're alone in this world and you don't have a clue and you don't know what's going on. And a lot of us don't have the strength to look internally at first. And that's how the downfall spiral starts happening.
Yep.
You know, and it took me all this time and the maturity in my age to learn that. So when we talk about Spartan pledges and, you know, and I got your six and all these different organizations that are involved now, that is the one thing that needs to be put out more than anything else, is that you have to have somebody there in your corner. You know, when you're feeling suicidal and when you're having these episodes with your PTSD and anxiety, it's because you feel alone and you're embarrassed or you don't have somebody that you can trust. That's why you need another brother, another veteran, somebody there. So I'm all down for everything and anybody who's down to be there for another brother, no matter what branch, no matter what color, creed, you know what I mean? Like, and we've done that, you know, guys that are simply cracked out, homeless underneath the damn bridge. We'll go over there and try to get you,
That's
you know?
right.
So, I mean, I didn't mean to take up too much time on that, but I'm glad that you had brought that up because that's something that's near, dear to my heart. And that's what these organizations down here in Texas representing all over the country. And I love it. I love it. And that's what I'm all about.
Yeah, same here, brother. And I couldn't agree with you more. And, you know, everybody who lives in the great state of Texas is very lucky because they got the best programs and help for veterans, you know, anywhere else in the country. And you're completely right. You know, some veterans, some of our brothers and sisters, and even first responders and even freedom fighters, you know, have PTS, and sometimes it's really, really hard for them to talk about. And this is one of a piece of advice for everybody out there. You know, I know it's hard to do things like not sit up against the wall whenever you're at a restaurant, so that way you can look everywhere. You know, your anxiety flares up around crowds. You know, certain smells and stuff like that may put you in a bad place. You know, and I used to be like that myself. I still have PTS. It's never going to go away. But the best thing I think we can do is to put ourselves back in that uncomfortable situation. Because if you think about it, the very first time you were deployed, can't nobody in their God-given right say that they wasn't at least a little bit of scared whenever they got off that fucking plane or that fucking copter. Going out on convoys for the first time. You can't say that you wasn't freaked out, because I was. It was something I wanted to do, but I was freaked out. I mean, just leaving home and going across seas, you know, it's very, very uncomfortable. But at some point in time, you were still uncomfortable, but you got used to the feeling and whatnot, so that way you could perform your duties and complete the mission that you were set out to do. It's the same thing here. If you're freaked out about being in crowds, or you can't sit anywhere but with something, you know, against your back, you know, surround yourself with people that, number one, believe in you, number two, support you, and number three, are always there that have your back and that is honest with you. Take these people with you and slowly integrate yourself back into those uncomfortable situations. Will it completely go away? No. We've been through traumatic events, but at least it'll make it a little bit easier to function in those situations, because our spouse is number one, you know, male or female. You know, they want you to be able to go out and do things with them so you can have a good time and enjoy family time and stuff like that. You fought for your country. And now back home, we need to fight for our families and our other brothers and sisters, because they need this help. You know, we don't want to see any more of our guys or ladies take their lives anymore. It hurts. You know, and to anybody out there that's listening, if you've ever had these thoughts, remember, your kids, your family, your friends, people that